So I did not sleep at all last night, just fair warning. And that's not an exaggeration either. It's not one of those things where I stayed up till 1 or 2 in the morning working on a project or hanging out with friends or whatever. I literally have not slept in the last, I'd say, 30 hours or something like that. It was something ridiculous. And I mean, I would go ahead and crash right now, but I have work in a couple hours, so I don't want to risk sleeping through my shift entirely or even part of it. Like, I'm afraid if I stop talking to you guys, I will RKO myself the fuck out. It'll be awful. So for my benefit, and your all's entertainment hopefully, I figured I'll use this time to tell y'all a story. Now, I did not directly witness this, but my buddy did when he was in class the other day. So he's in a class taught by one of my old professors who's literally a nutty professor. It's kind of nuts, not with the animals and all that, but this guy is crazy. Now, for my own sake, I don't want to put him on blast, even though I'll never have one of his classes again. So I'll call him Dr. Pepper. Now, before I actually get into the story, I'll give you some context about Dr. Pepper so you'll know what my buddy and I have dealt with over the years. So Dr. Pepper is a very interesting and odd character. This guy has researched so heavily in the fields of both computer science and mathematics that I'm convinced that he's driven himself insane. There's no other explanation for this guy's behavior. And what's bad is I know the guy is brilliant, but he cannot express it at all, particularly in a classroom setting for the benefit of other students, and he's generally just spacey as balls. He's also an unapologetic G-tard, and if you're watching this video, you know the guy I'm talking about. I mean, he has Gen 2 loaded on every fucking computer he owns, which is about maybe 5 or 6, by the way. He runs everything on his computer from the command line, and probably thinks that anyone who uses a GUI is a plebe. He's a huge meme lord. You know, he probably owns a couple fedoras. Okay, I never actually saw him in a fedora, but there's no way he doesn't own one, let's be real. And this guy is at the point in his career where he gives zero shits about how he appears in public. Like, I'm not saying he looks raggedy at all. I remember multiple occasions where he's walked into class, ready to lecture, wearing a fucking Patron shirt. I'm not even joking. This man seriously owns t-shirts with liquor on them and wears that to lectures. So now that I've given you a little background on Dr. Pepper, I'll get into the story. So my buddy goes into class. It's just a normal day. I think they're actually doing a review session for an exam that's coming up. And Dr. Pepper gets in front of the board and starts writing out a problem that one of the students asks a question about for the exam. And he gets halfway through and realizes, oh shit, I made a mistake when explaining this. So he calls out to the class, hey, can anyone tell me what I did wrong here? And there's a few awkward seconds of everyone just looking around each other in the room, until finally one guy points out the flaw. And Dr. Pepper's face just lights up like he's been given 3 Ferraris and a fucking 24 karat gold bar for Christmas. Apparently it was great. And he turns to the guy and goes, hey, you are fantastic. Thank you, sir. You need to send me an email after class saying, hey, I am leet. Give me extra credit, please. I wish I were joking. He fucking said leet with no context, and after that meme has been dead for probably a decade now. I knew this guy was a meme lord, like I'm one to talk, but Jesus Christ, not even doged here, just leet in the middle of class. And of course all the students in the class start dying laughing. I did when my buddy told me about this, even though I wasn't even involved, but I was still so taken aback by Dr. Pepper's response, even though he's done crazy shit like this in the past. But god damn, fucking leet. So yeah, if you want to get extra credit in a class or just do well in general, make sure your professor browses cheeseburger. But anyway, thanks for sitting down and listening to a story with me. I'm surprised I even sound coherent right now. So if I do, leave a like, and if I'm rambling a fuck ton, dislike the video. I'm perfectly fine with that. I'm just rambling into a mic right now to keep myself awake. So thank you for giving me that opportunity to tell y'all a story. Let me know in the comments if you've had teachers do any crazy or silly things like I just described. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and get ready for work. Probably bring a pillow so I can fall asleep under my desk. And I'll see you guys next time. Have a great day.